Hello everyone, it's Miss Diana from the Wyndham Public Library giving to you today Calm as a Critter. Now I know if any of you seen any of my other videos, you might like, yeah, there might have been ones you might not that interested in. I did an art themed one with music and movement, and I did a journaling one. You're like, I'm not really into writing, that's okay. But this theme today is for everybody. Right, the theme is water, and there's so many things I can't wait to share with you, and I think you're going to like some of them, and I hope I give you some ideas and some food for thought of things that you can do kind of anytime, any day. I keep saying that, but it is so true how simple it is. Now, we always start off our sessions with a breathing activity. We're going to do two kind of fun, quick ones, and as always, when you do your breathing, I should try to remember to do this every time to remind you. It's really kind of important to sit up straight. The more straight you sit up, the more air that you can get into your lungs, and the more air you can get out, and it's a beautiful cycle. So come join me for the first one, and it's not everything we do today is exactly water themed. You'll see for sure, but this first one is kind of neat because what we want to do is going to get yourself a mirror, all right? Or a window or a glass if you have. I'm not doing that right now. I have a mirror. So what I want you to do, hey, look, I can see myself. Anyway, sorry, having fun here. I want you to, when you breathe in through your nose, sit up straight. And when you breathe out, I want you to breathe on your mirror. And I want you to try to breathe out so strongly that you actually put moisture on the mirror. Okay, let's give it a shot. Go. I don't know if you can see that it's all kind of fogged up. You know, there's moisture in your body, and you want to keep that moisture in there as much as you can. Most of our bodies are made up of water. I know that might be hard to understand and believe, but it's true. So let's do that again. That was kind of fun. That was kind of cool. It's almost faded away. So we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you can try all different kinds of things. So it's all misty now, so I got some moisture. So now that I've gotten some moisture out of my body, I want to replenish it with, of course, we're going to do drinking water. That's really, really important. All day long, even in the wintertime, you might not feel thirsty, and I get it, but you really should drink water as often as you can. That works for you. All right. Another breathing activity I want you to do it's kind of silly and fun, and I want you to be creative and figure out what works for you, is to breathe in through your nose, and when you breathe out, try to make your air from your mouth cool. All right, so you can try different ways. You go, feel it. I want you to feel that air. All right, and if was it warm? Was it cold? See, and I'll try different ways. So I just kind of had my mouth kind of close. Try it again. Go. Now, what if you open your mouth kind of wide? Try both of those. Those are two cool breathing activities. Again, I say this all the time, but it's really important. Water and breath are two vital things to your good health and whatnot. So try that 2 more times. Go. If you have your lips really close together, does that make it warmer or cooler? I want you to see if you can figure it out. Everybody's body temperature runs a little differently, so yours might be different from mine or someone sitting right next to you. So it's kind of a fun activity to do. All right, we are going to move on because I have a lot of cool things to talk about and warm things. This first, your craft for the day is you're going to make your own calm down kit. All right, you may already have one. If not, that's cool. I'm glad to be the first one to introduce it to you. So you may actually want to pause this before you move on, and I can give you some ideas. You need to find your own container, a special bag, possibly a box. Bags are sometimes easier to carry, so I go with a bag. Mine is see-through, so you can see what's going on in here. And I just went around the library. We have a lot of crafts and fun things here to find things. All right, pipe cleaner. You don't have one at home? That's okay. Find things that you have. A cute little critter. Now try to make it small because you want it all to fit in your bag. And go with different textures. I have wood. I have cloth. There's some wire in here. Oh, look what I found. A feather. very soft and a very different texture from a pipe cleaner. So you're going for different textures, things that move, all right? Good old-fashioned paper clip, or sorry, clothespin. Another soft one. I guess I'm big on the soft things. Oh, actually, look at that. I have two, one for each hand. Keep both hands busy. That's kind of a fun thing. I don't know if any of you have seen these. It's a finger trap, and it's kind of silly. It's a silly thing, and it's a really fun game to play on somebody, but it's actually good for you because it teaches you to calm down. So, if you happen to have one, which is chances might be slim, you put both fingers in there and you're like, oh, I can't get them out. I can't get them out. Well, what you need to do is you need to take a deep breath and relax. And when you do, you're like, whoa, I'm free. Hello, yay. All right. If you happen to have marbles, super balls, something squishy, marbles are kind of cool. Rubbing them on your hands, it kind of feels nice. And you know what? If you're in a position where you're not wearing shoes and you have like a floor in your house, of course you have a floor in your house. That's funny. Rub your feet on top of the marbles. And it may tickle a little bit, but it also may touch a lot of pressure points of things that will calm you down and actually make you feel really good. So, there's the marbles. And then this last one, I have no idea what it's called. There was a yard sale and they were giving things away for free and I loved it. And it just moves and anyway, I have no idea what it is, but I love the colors and I love how fun it is to play with your hands. So all of these things, your bag is probably going to be totally different from what I have in my bag. But this would be a great thing to do if you're going to go for a car ride. Anytime you're feeling a little bit anxious, it feels good to use your hands, to move them, and to get a little bit of that calmness back in your body. If your hands are moving, it calms the rest of you down. It's really a neat idea. You take it wherever you go if you want. Put everybody back in the bag, and you can squish your stuffy. You can pet him, whatever. This things that roll is kind of another thing. It's similar to just rolling it back and forth on your hand or between your hands. Just you go through your house, and your bag may evolve. It may have different things now. 2 weeks from now, you can change it up. Do what works for you. This is all about you and making you happy and healthy. Pipe cleaner. Oh, pipe cleaners are cool. You can bend them, and you say, well, I don't like that. I'm going to bend it a different way, and you can make square shapes and squigglies, and you get the idea. Create your own calm down kit. And by all means, feel free to play with that while I talk. I always do some talking, of course. Alrighty. So, I think it's time to take a little drink of water. Alright, another craft you can do at home. It's very easy. I don't know if any of you have ever made popsicles before. I'm really a big fan of healthy food. So you may not have the components to make popsicles, but I bet you anything you have ice cube trays at home. And I bet you have some kind of fruit. So what I did, it's so easy. You're like, wow, what a neat idea. Many benefits from it. So I have this in this container because I wanted to keep them cold. Oh, they're still good. All right. Make your own fruit ice cubes. You call them whatever you want. Whatever fruit you like. I started with blueberries. Oh, you can't really see. There's one little blueberry in there. I don't know if you can see it. You just fill the ice cube trays with water and put whatever fruit you want in it. I have a blueberry one. Maine blueberries, of course. And this is raspberries. And it's like making your own popsicles, but it's so easy. You just drop the fruit in, and it was kind of fun to see which fruits floated and which ones sank. That's a little science in there. We don't have to go sciencey, but so by all means, what you're going to do, of course, you can just plain old eat it if you want. That might be a little messy and it might stain, so do it outside. Put it in your water. And so you're going to have nice cool, oh, ice cube floats, even though the blueberries didn't. Interesting. All right. So you've got your blueberry and your raspberries, and as it melts, you're like, whoa, there's some cool fruit in there. Now, those are two small fruits that fit nicely in the ice cube trays. But if you don't like those fruits, or you just have apples at home, then by all means, cut up your apples. Put it in there. It's a great thing to do, and as again, I could go on and on about how wonderful it is. Try it. It's so great. Alrighty. So, it is summertime, as you know, and we have some really, really, really hot days. So some other thing you can do, if you happen to have a cloth, a nice cloth, preferably cotton. I like cotton. It's a natural fiber. It's good for you. Is just to pour a little water on there. It's going to be a different color. Whoop! I spilled a little bit. That's okay. Pour it on there. Get your damp cloth. You can always wipe your head with it. Put it on your neck. There's some pressure points in your wrist. If you're really uncomfortably hot, pull your wrists down. Use your little cloth with that. You might want to put a cloth in your grab and go kit there, your little craft kit. Anyway, these are just ideas of things to do if you're uncomfortably hot. If you're going on a long trip, my mother would always bring a washcloth with us. If we didn't feel too good riding in the back seat up and down those hills, got that cloth, man. Life was good after that. All right. Yes, drinking a lot of water. Some people don't like to drink water. That's okay. But if there's fruits that you like, there's a lot of fruit in your water. There's a lot of water in your fruit. Say that backwards, okay? We got that. It's Friday. So we did the washcloth. Okay, here's another thing that you don't even realize how beneficial this is for you. Soak your feet in water. If you have a bucket or an old dishpan or whatever, in the summertime, if your feet cool down, same thing with your ankles that it is with your wrists. If those cool down and your feet cool down, the rest of your body, it's also very beneficial for many health things. It is very calming. Now in the summertime, of course, you may want to have cold water because it feels really good. In the wintertime, by all means, if you don't want to take the full shebang, the full bath kind of thing, go ahead and put warm water in it. Just put your feet in warm water, and the same thing, it warms your body. There's a lot of the bottom of your feet are very sensitive, and when it picks up something, it makes the rest of your body very happy. All right, so there's that. By all means, if you happen to have a spray bottle, that's another way to cool off. Just a quick, oh man, I'm really hot. Spray your face, spray your neck, spray whatever is exposed. Water. I can't say enough good water year round, but in the summertime, by all means, bathe every day or shower every day. Run in the sprinkler. It's so good for you and it's so much fun. And of course, use your spray bottle. If you have a pool or a lake or an ocean or something, you don't know what floating on water or in water is also really awesome for you. All right, and I think I've said this recently. If you have the opportunity to watch fish swimming, whether it be in a fish tank or at a lake or whatnot, watch them for a few minutes and just notice how you feel in the beginning of watching them and how you feel after. Wow, it's really powerful. They are just so peaceful, and you will become peaceful too. It's really neat. Alrighty, so something cool I want you to do with water. We'll get back to doing a little activity. I know you're like, oh, she talks too much. So I'm just going to use a little chalkboard here, but if you have at your home a paved driveway, a cement patio, or a deck, or even a picnic table or whatever, I'm going to use this just so you can see it. Take a simple paintbrush. Any size will do. You're going to dip it in water, and you're going to paint on your driveway. See if I can do this backwards. Oh, you can't really see that too good, but trust me, if you do it on your driveway or any kind of cement, it looks so cool. Well, you can kind of see, and oh look, there's a line right down the center. Just take a simple paintbrush. You don't have to have chalk. You can just use any kind of paintbrush, and it stays there for a little while, and then it'll evaporate or whatever. It goes back into the air so you can breathe more water. It's a beautiful cycle. All right, fun thing to do. And it can keep you entertained for a really long time if you're looking something to do. And you can draw whatever you want and say, well, I didn't really like that. Don't worry. 5 minutes later, it might be gone. So, all right. We have an interesting little challenge for you today. I actually saw this on a TV commercial about a month ago. And I loved it. And it just said, do nothing for 15 seconds. Do you think you can do that? Nothing. I mean, of course, you need to breathe. You do whatever you want with your eyes if you want them open or shut or whatever. So we're going to use a good old-fashioned clock here, an analog clock, not a digital clock. From my perspective, it's backwards. So we're going to count I'm going to count 15 seconds, and I want you to just take a deep breath and start and just do nothing. Don't look at anything. Don't move your hands. Put your little fidget things down. All right. So we're gonna start. We'll start when it's on the 6. All right. You ready? And then after the 15 seconds, I'm gonna hit a little gong, and we're gonna stop, and I go see how you did. All right. Ready? Go. Okay, how did you do? Did you do okay? Were you able to do nothing? And of course, I always like to send you with a challenge. If you liked that, you want to try it again, everything I tell you is something that's all good for you. That is the one thing that you might, wow, that really just sealed the deal for me. I'm sold. I love these Calm as a Critters. If you want to try to do it for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a whole minute, we move, we go constantly fast pace. It's good to slow down. If you can do that for 15 seconds, when you first get up, when you transition to a different activity, before dinner, before TV, before you go out to play, after, do what works for you. I hope that all these ideas work for you. Start your day with water, end your day with water, and do water throughout. Do nothing. Breathe. These are all free things. They're beautiful things. Take care of yourself, and thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.